See, as long as that red light is on, we're on, right? You ready?
The red light right there?
See that red light? Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Hi, red light.
Hi, red light. Okay. Hi, mamas. So, Harry just left. He's helping us. Well, you have to look in the camera, not at the screen.
I'm sorry.
Right? Okay, so hi, mamas. And so, I am doing a series where I am talking to my kids about some of their learning differences.
I'm kid number 3.
You're the third child. I have 5 kids for any of the newcomers. And the last video was Christopher, who is 19. He's a freshman in college. And this is Sherry. She is 15.
10th grader.
And she is a 10th grader. What? Okay. So we're going to talk about some of Sherry's learning differences. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
You're welcome.
She's one of the best. She doesn't like to be touched. She has like a sensory thing, or she doesn't really like to be touched. She doesn't like that at all.
It's okay.
She really doesn't like this.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so just some simple questions, okay? If you missed it, one of our IGTV videos that we did was about Sherry's cleft journey.
What's IGTV?
Instagram television.
Oh.
When we did the video for the cleft clinic, I did it with IGTV. Okay, so let's just get started. I'm going to ask you some questions. Now, Christopher, we did discuss the questions first, but I haven't discussed these questions with Sherry, so I will be just as surprised as you as to what she says. It'll be wonderful.
There's so much pressure.
It is no pressure.
I feel pressured.
Okay.
Pressure.
Sherry's ADHD is very, very different than Christopher's. ADHD is kind of like ice cream. There are thousands of different flavors, and it can land differently in different kids. And so Sherry's is not as severe as his as far as your attention and as far as your hyperactivity physically. Though your hyperactivity does, how does your hyperactivity and impulsivity come out?
Verbally. I was gonna say that, but I was like, I don't know if that's really right.
Yeah, that's really right. Yeah.
Okay.
So
it comes out verbally.
It comes out verbally. So when I was younger, Sherry would have been called like a motor mouth. That would have been
motor mouth.
A motor mouth.
Who comes up with these names?
I don't know. But
motor mouth.
The beautiful thing about it is that it's an opportunity. It's been an opportunity for us to walk with Sherry and teach her about how to control her impulsivity and how to manage that. But also, when Sherry is happy, she talks.
I do.
Yeah, and she sings.
I talk and I jump a lot.
Yeah, and
I sing a lot.
Yeah. Now, what does that do for you when you're happy and you're expressing yourself and all that energy is coming out verbally?
What does it do?
Yeah, how does it make you feel?
I don't know. It makes me feel contented and like I don't know. It just makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Because I just can't like keep it quiet.
Right. And how important is it that you're not silenced? How important is it that your whole family is not consistently, Sherry, stop, Sherry, shut up, Sherry, give me a break, Sherry, stop?
Yeah, it's very important. I don't know. I feel like in this family, you give people a lot of voice. Like, people have their voice here. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, I mean, it can be taken away sometimes because siblings or, like, if I talk too much, which happens a lot.
It doesn't happen that often.
Well,
I don't think
to me it happens often. I do talk a lot, though.
You talk a lot, but I don't think you talk too much.
Yeah.
There has only been literally like one time this summer where you were really going blah, 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 and I was silent in my head going, okay, Lord, that's a lot of words. Please help me to gently tell Sherry that it's too many words for me.
I get it from you, Al.
You do get it from me. It's so true.
Nobody else has it. I'm the only one.
Yes.
I'm alone.
You're not alone. You're like me. We're together.
Yeah, but...
All right. Well, okay. Socially, how are things for you socially as an ADHDer?
Socially?
Mm-hmm. Do you notice any impact of the ADHD on you socially?
Kind of.
How so?
Like, sometimes I say something and people are like, what? And then I don't explain myself and I don't feel like it.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, never mind.
Have you found people that it doesn't bother them?
No, I mean, it's not that noticeable because mine isn't as severe. as Chris's.
When you, and we don't compare, like I don't want to make it seem like I compare like one to the other. It's a way to help gauge that there's a difference there, and difference is okay and difference is good. But when you were little, there was more of that. Remember we used to talk about logic?
Oh boy.
And so I could speak briefly about it, or you could share.
No, it's okay. We can just
we can skip
move
it.
on.
Okay.
We have to go through that again.
Okie dokie.
Because
okay, no, hey. I heard your voice.
it's a really uncomfortable.
You gotta. It is. Yeah, but it's gold.
Yeah, but it's
And it matches my office.
It's uncomfortable. Did you paint these?
I did. I spray painted these. Remember, you
Spray
wanted to. Okay, look. We're on track.
Sorry.
Do you see what's happening? Okay, so Sherry, do you take meds?
Not for ADHD.
Right. And why don't you take meds for ADHD?
I don't really need it. I mean, mine isn't like severe. Mine is just like I zone out more than is normal.
How do you bring yourself back?
I like realize that I'm zoned out and I'm not focusing, and then I'm like, whoa, gotta bring it back. Or sometimes like I'm really lazy and like I know I'm zoning out and I just stay in that zone anyway. I don't feel like coming back.
Just sort of like let it. Does it take a lot of effort to bring it back? Yeah. It takes a lot of effort to bring it back, right?
Yeah.
And so, what is it inside of you that makes focusing so important? I assume you're talking about school. Is that what you mean?
What is like when I'm talking to you, like right now?
What is it inside of you that
like the thought?
That makes focusing important?
Like the thought.
Hi.
We're filming, and you're going to be interviewed also. Nina just stepped in.
Hi, Nina.
Hi, Nina. No, you going to say something? No, this is Sherry's moment.
They can see the mirror.
Yes. Okay.
I look fast.
Bye, Nina.
Okay. What is
Bye,
it? Why?
y'all.
Why is it important to you to focus?
Oh, didn't you? What was? Didn't
That
you
was
ask
the
me a
question.
question before?
This was the question. Why is it important to you to focus? For some kids, it's not important for them to focus. Like,
Well, in school, if you don't focus, you're gonna miss some things. Like it's important to come back. And I don't know. I don't know why. It's just important to me to focus.
Would you say? How would you define your work ethic?
My work ethic. It's kind of like I can't. I don't know how to word it. It's like I can't not like have to. I can't not do something with like all that I can do. Like I can't just do something half-heartedly. It just bothers me. Like that's why it bothers me so much when I see like Nina or Rod like being lazy and all that.
Okay, we're not throwing any
I'm not
siblings
throwing
under
anybody
the bus in the video.
Okay, or like if
I know
if
what you mean.
Like,
yes.
I don't know. I just
You
it's hard.
go 100%.
Yeah.
Right? It's part of how you were designed.
But it's also the bad side of that is that I just can't. I feel like I can't let myself be lazy. Like I can't let myself like rest sometimes.
Right. Oh, well, let's talk about that. It's fascinating.
The rest workshop.
All right. What? Have you ever been angry with God for giving you ADHD?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't see it as a problem. I mean, if you're angry with God about something, it's usually because you wish something was different. But I don't really care. Well, I mean, I care. I just don't really view ADHD as a problem. Like people are like attention deficit hyperactive disorder.
Right.
It's not a disorder to me. It's just a thing that I happen to have that I'm diagnosed with. It's not like a huge deal.
Would you say that you have ADHD and ADHD does not have you?
Yeah,
You remember that you wrote that on my mirror one time?
I did.
Yeah, when you were 13.
You don't have ADHD though.
No, you said, my name is Sherry, I have ADHD, ADHD does not have me.
I wrote it on your mirror? Why would I write it on your mirror?
Okay, we're staying focused.
No, but like...
Because you were trying to you had just been diagnosed. Sherry was diagnosed a little bit later. Okay, so I have another question. So, ADHDers have a tough time with homework. So what is your homework routine and how does it help you?
So I come home, I don't do homework immediately.
Why not?
because I just got back from like a sport like volleyball
or even just a long day of
yeah,
school.
just a long day. I feel like you should transition like before you do homework.
Yeah.
So I don't know, get something to eat or take a shower or eat dinner with you guys, and then I go and do my homework. If I have a practice that day, I do my homework at 7:30, and if I don't have anything after school that day, I do it at 4:30. It's always at 30.
Can you say a little bit about your homework system? I don't know if you're doing it this year, but all the other years.
Yeah, okay. So I have a pile of all the binders and books that I need to do, that I need to use to do my homework, and that's on the left side of the desk. And then I put the book and the paper and the papers I need in the middle, where I'm in front of me, where I'm doing the homework. And then when I finish with that, I move all that subject of homework that I finished with and put it on the right side. So then this is like the start pile, and then this is the done pile, and then this is the pile where I'm getting it done. So then when I'm done with my homework, all of the stuff that I'm done with, all the assignments I finished go here, and then it should be packed up by then, but sometimes I don't do that. And then I put it right in my backpack, and then I'm done.
So it's basically this like,
yeah.
What's it called when it's like a belt?
A conveyor belt?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like a conveyor belt. So you look at your planner, and then all of the homework that has to be done for that evening starts out on the left, and then you systematically, one at a time, do it. Is it gratifying to see that pile go down?
It's so satisfying because when I'm done with my homework, I have like a clear desk. It's just like a whole land of white.
Right.
It's so nice.
Okay, and then the last question is, how important is schedule and routine for you and the way that you approach this world?
I know this is going to sound like outrageous to you, but I actually don't like calendars. I don't like calendars. I don't like seeing like the whole month at one time.
Really? Why?
It's just
That's fascinating.
It's just overwhelming to me like every single day because I just don't like it.
Okay.
So I just like seeing it 1 week at a time and not a day.
Okay. So you can take it like that 5 school days at a time, right?
So that's why I like my schedule for school, because it's like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7.
Right.
And I can see all the classes because each class has a different color.
And so that's
Mm-hmm.
another strategy that you use.
Oh yeah, color coding. It's really useful. Do color coding in your planners.
Or just in school. So each class has a different color. And we've done that. I've done that with you and with Chris and with Rod.
You taught me that though. So that's
for a long time.
Thomas Strong, color coding.
What? Girl, just and so but a lot of times ADHDers are highly visual.
Yeah.
So both of mine, at least my guys, you're visual. So we've done the educational psych reports for everybody. And basically what that does is I can't even go into all of it now, but it's an amazing report. And both of my ADHDers, their ability to learn through visuals is actually almost at the gifted level. So that means that if they see it, they will remember it. So that's why instead of when you guys were little, remember in the summer, or when you had like the curriculum at your school, if it was like the Medici and you had to read a book, I would buy you every DVD that I could find.
Yeah.
So that they could watch the DVDs and they would understand what was going on. And that was like a preview, so that when they had to do the reading, you guys had you had like a precept already in there. And so that's a great tool for using the visual pieces is if math is all pink, it makes it easier for them to manage their materials because
math is pink in my planner. So
the
the way I color code it is I do all my least favorite colors for my least favorite subjects. So chemistry is orange because I hate orange. And then I hate orange. It's so gross. Anyone who is watching this right now that likes orange, you are just disgusting.
Okay, we're on top
And
of that.
so pink is my second least favorite color. So that's for geometry because it's my second least favorite class. And then it goes to history, which is lime green. And No, actually no, that's not true. And then it goes English, which is light blue, and then it's Spanish, which is dark blue, and then it's the history, which is light green, and then it's drawing, which is dark green, which is my favorite color.
Like her hair.
Which is my hair, like my hair color. I don't know if you can
Okay,
see
so
it.
this is our last question.
Sorry, that was off
Okay.
topic.
That's okay. That's what this is all about. Well, there's two more questions. What are some of the best things that Dad and I were able to do to help you navigate your learning differences? Or things that you look back and you're like, that was really helpful. Because there might be a mom or even a dad watching that is going, how do I help my daughter with ADHD?
Oh, that morning chart you used to make us do, like the morning chart, like you would type it out, and when we were younger, it would have pictures next to it.
Oh yeah.
And it would have like times on it, and then you would like frame it in our rooms that matched the rooms, obviously, because it's her. And then it was morning chart, and then it was what was the other thing that helped me? It was like drawing diagrams for my science class last year on dry erase board.
Yes.
It helps to write it out because you're like, your hand is connected to your brain, and you draw it out. It would get in your brain. I don't know. It was a great thing.
Yeah, that really helped a lot. What is something that you wish we had done differently? I probably should have reversed those questions.
And also, one thing that helped me is all the tutoring too, like the different tutors for each subject.
What tutors did you have?
I had a writing tutor, which I don't need now, but
No.
and I had a math tutor, which I don't have. Well, I kind of have because Mr. Quad is like, and then I have a science teacher now, tutor.
Right, science tutor. And so part of the reason why, and I think if you watch the video that I did with Chris, we were also talking about how math and writing can be very difficult for ADHDers because there are so many moving parts to those subjects that sometimes they need extra support. And then you also learned how to type at a young age.
Typing.
Another reason why typing is so important is because oftentimes the ADHDer mind is going so fast that they can't write out all of the thoughts that they're having, and so they tend to dumb it down because it's just too much energy to try to write and focus. But if they can type, then all of it can get out. And so that is probably one of the biggest things that I saw that impacted you and Chris and Rod, who will be one of the other interviews.
You're interviewing Rod?
I am. Now, Rod doesn't have ADHD. He has executive functioning disorder, but we'll talk about all that. And so what was something that you wish we had done differently? If there is anything for ADHD.
Differently. I feel like when I was younger, all those like awesome like systems that you had us do, me and Chris do, and Rod, and all like the tutors and all that, and all like the articles you would tell us about that you read in ADHD. It kind of made me feel like ADHD was like a problem, or like it was a huge deal, because it was like I need to do all these special systems and have all these special schedules and people, and I was like, oh, I guess I need like extra help. Am I not like the same as everybody else? So it was like, it was really, really good, like all those things that she did to help me, but then it was a lot, and it made me feel like I needed extra help with things because I had a learning disability.
Like you were so different.
Yeah.
It made you feel so different. How could I have like navigated that differently so that it wasn't like this?
I feel like it was all at once. It was just, I didn't have like, it didn't lessen. I mean, it's lesser now, like I don't have to do all that.
Right.
But when I was like 5th grade, 6th grade, I got diagnosed in 4th grade.
Yeah.
And so I feel like in those 3, middle school, it was like all in there. Like you had all these, because you like applied all your knowledge from Chris to me, but we have different types of ADHD, and it was like, whoa, it was a lot.
So then maybe, let me sort of like give you some ideas, and you can like say yes or no. I don't want to put words in your mouth. So maybe if I had not been like so ferocious, like,
You're really passionate about it.
Yes, but maybe I should have been more subtle, right? I think that I wanted you to know, girl, we've got this.
Yeah.
We so got this, and I'm so over the top sometimes. And Sherry and I have never talked about this. This is our first time talking.
Yeah,
about
I was surprised you even had like something.
But I'm glad that you're saying this because I think that that's important for other parents who might be watching, how that sort of aggressive, passionate, maybe intense approach can be kind of overwhelming for the the child that has ADHD. And maybe if I had just sort of been more of, hey, okay, so this is a difference that you have, and we're going to build up some support for you so that you're going to throw it off at some point, but for right now this is what we're going to do now, as opposed to being maybe just too intense. And so is that actually something that you'd like to see? Am I better now?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's fine now.
Okay.
She's good.
Okay. Is there any last thing that you would like to say to a ADHD, or maybe there's a girl who...
An ADHD kid?
An
Or like a
ADHD
mom?
kid. An ADHD kid who...
Do you have any moms that have ADHD?
I have a few that have ADHD, yeah, and their main concern is they feel like failures as mothers because they have it and they feel like they can't.
What?
I'm telling you, girl, struggle's real.
Okay.
But do you have anything that you might want to say to a fellow ADHD, or maybe she's a little younger, maybe she's in 4th grade or 5th grade? You don't have to have
I feel like I'm supposed to say something like super profound and deep. And no, it's all I have to say is like ADHD is just one part of your life. It's like, what did you say it was? What was your like? What did you say ADHD was? Oh no, I had my own. Never mind. Your life is a puzzle, and ADHD is one piece. Well, actually, that's kind of bad.
No, that's
Because
really, really good.
If your life is like puzzle is like 4 pieces, then ADHD is like 25%. But anyway, it's fine.
We get it. It's like excellent.
It's a huge puzzle.
It's
like
so it's kind of like you have all these beautiful things,
Oh
and
my
ADHD
gosh.
is a part of it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's very very small, and it's not like it doesn't rule you. It's just a learning difference. It's not a disorder. It's not a disability. It's just ADHD. That's it.
I love it. Can I hug you, sensory person?
Yeah.
Here, we'll do an air hug. Air hug. Thanks for watching. I have to turn it off now. I have to hit stop.
I almost tripped.
Is the red light still on? Oh, yeah, it is.
I almost tripped over that. By
I
the
know.
way.
I should have told you.